What is creativity?
Um, Creativity can be a plethora of things. Creativity could be how you create something. Creativity could be how flamboyant you get with it, how general, how um, I don't know, I don't know what word to use, but I mean like I'd say creativity is what people would define as like something that they use or something that they outsource to fill some type of um, void in their life. I feel you can be creative in different ways. Like I feel like someone who works at Subway is creative in making sandwich. They make sandwiches a creative way. So whatever that is for someone, I feel like that's what creativity for me or creativity for them is. For me, I feel like creativity is an outlet to express myself. That's what I see it as.
How do you express your creativity?
I express my creativity by making music, listening to music, um, playing basketball, um, talking to people, uh, writing stories, um, but mostly making music or listening to music.
What is art?
Art is subjective. Art is subjective. Art is what you want it to be, and I think that art isn't like a one specific thing because there's the word art form. And if you look at the word art form, like that applies to so many different things. So like you could look at the art form of kung fu, the art form of basketball, the art form of painting. So like I feel like art is just a big umbrella of things that you know that have value for like a special place. For instance, I feel like shoes are art just based off the silhouette, the way they look, the insole, the outsole, the way it's constructed. It's all like created this art piece, but it's something that we wear on our feet. So
How does creativity and art relate?
I think you, I think you use whatever creative aspect in your brain to create art, and I think that's what um, I think that's what Bob Kane did when he made Batman. Like he took what was in his mind and made art, which some people don't think Batman is art, but Batman is definitely art. Um, Same thing with Stanley and Spider Man. Like he had an idea and he put it on paper or whatever it is. And so like for me, I feel like it's just that link of all right, idea. I have this idea. I want to do something that's probably never been done before, and then I want to put it something. So like taking something, putting it into a medium, and then making it something. I think we are art. I think God is creative, and I think God creatively made us. So like God had this idea of us, and then He created us, and we are His art.
Can you show us your form of art?
Yeah. I mean, I like to think of a lot of different things when I'm in like a creative headspace, but like I could just think of what I'm doing throughout the day or what happened and how I'm feeling and how that all equates to um, what I can put into art. Like if I hear a sound, I can hear that sound and I can say, okay, I can repeat this sound, and maybe this sound turns into a different tune, and maybe this sound could just be the starting of a car, like when you hit the start of a car, and it's like vroom, I mean, like in different ways. Like you could look at that as like, okay, that's just startup of a car, but you can also look at it as like a, and then you could take that into different things. You could slow it down. You could um, speed it up. So like, if I were to like slow it down, it probably would come up with like a, and then I'd probably go from there and make like a beat out of it or something, and then turn it into a song. So I do that, and then also like, don't be afraid to delete shit. Like mistakes were meant to be made. So like, if you are doing something, if you're doing something and you don't feel it, you can always start over. Let me try something else.
And it's another way for everybody to express their uniqueness or their human experience, because we all go through life different ways. So when you think about creativity, everybody can be creative. How you tie your shoes or how you put on your clothes, anything like that can be a creative way. Like that's how you saw that situation, that everyday thing, or that not everyday thing that not everybody goes through. So then the art form is like presenting that in a sense to where, like, look at how I put this out. How do you feel about it? And that's how they all can relate. It's like a cycle of everything. No idea is the same, in a sense where we get something from the ether, or wherever you want to get these ideas, God, however you want to say it. But like, we all get these ideas. Somebody does something with them. Somebody doesn't do something with them. Somebody perceives it. Somebody puts it out for other people to perceive. And we all just are experiencing life through each other. What is creativity? Creativity is our way of going through life. I think solving problems and just looking at the world different ways, how we can express creativity either by a form of physical movement or pen and paper, which then goes into art. What is art? You know, art is a way we project these thoughts or ideas that we have thought about, or that's in our heads, however they come to us. It's how we perceive it or present it to other people and let them perceive it and get their own idea off of what we put out. And then, like I said, they kind of all relate because it's all like a cycle of perception, ideas, thoughts, and how everybody's own experiences.
What is creativity? Creativity is freedom because you're free to be whatever, not just yourself. You can creatively tap into thoughts to be someone else. You can create anything. Like, there's no limit on creativity. You can do, be, say, feel literally anything. Imagine literally anything whenever you're in that creativity space, when you're in a creative state of mind. It's freedom. No matter what you're going through in life, creativity is what frees you from those chains and those shackles. If you're having a bad day at work and you just close your eyes and tap into that personal freedom and you see yourself elsewhere, you envision yourself elsewhere. How do you express your creativity is generally through mediums, but it can be even if it's just daydreaming, painting, rapping, singing, dancing, just freedom. There is no limitations on creativity.
To you, what is creativity?
Creativity to me is being able to express yourself in a form other than like words, other than spoken things, whether it be through movement, through music, through um, color, light, things like that.
How do you express your creativity?
My creativity. Well, I really love to dance. So being able to listen to music and be able to express myself through body movements, it's a really good feeling, not only because I like to dance, but also being able to like share energy with those around you and be able to, dance with others, or, you could still dance with yourself and then have the crowd around you, feed off that energy. Um, yeah, through body movement and just being able to like ride the vibrations. Yeah.
How does creativity relate to art?
Creativity relates to art. Well, I think creativity is the spark that, makes art. I feel like you can't really make art without being creative because that's just simply what art is, creation.
Can you show us your form of art?
My form of art, okay. Well, like I said, I like to dance, I like to move, and not only that, I like to express myself through, my accessories, and then, you know things like this too, just movement and being able to share that with others. Yeah.
I'm trying to word it right. Let me see. We like anything, any idea someone can bring to life. You know what I'm saying? In their own way. Creativity is something that people bring to life from their mind.
How do you express your creativity?
Okay, I express my creativity. I draw. Good. Nah, modeling is the expression. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the expression. So I ain't really got to talk too much. I just got it on. Either they tell me how to pose, or I just do whatever. I just freestyle it. That's how the way I express it, because that's the main reason why I wanted to make a clothing brand. I don't want to just make no streetwear brand. I just wanted to get my artwork like on pieces, because that's the way I express myself, I guess. And I ain't even trying to pull from what I told you earlier about when dude said fashion is a way of how the way he dresses, how the way he expresses himself. But I agree with that. I relate to that too.
What is art?
Art answer is almost like my creative answer. Is what somebody made. But then people perceive things differently too. Or somebody, what you may see as art, somebody may just be like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? They may not understand it. I guess is what you perceive things as. Closing words for real, bro. Do what your ass want to do. Please do what you want to do, nigga. Like, cause you gonna get to a point in your life where you listen to everybody. You really ain't getting nowhere. Me for example, I feel like I ain't getting nowhere. Like just listening to everybody, or they get happy when you tell them, "Oh, I did this." It's like, nigga, I'm not happy about that shit. I just told you that because I knew it was gonna make you happy, but what the fuck do I care about it for? I done lost myself doing this shit. I'm trying to get back on track with this shit. But yeah, I just say, goddamn, do what you want to do.
All right, it's your boy JodyJoe. and I'm here to talk about creativity. So, what is creativity to me? Creativity, in my words, is basically having the ability to make something out of nothing, or basically add a spin to something that is already, made. Put your own little spin on it. How do I express my creativity? Uh, I make beats. I do artwork like graphic design, 3D modeling, stuff like that. Also express my creativity, by going to other places and, tapping into nature. What is art? Art is it's a form of expression. So it can be music, it can be dancing, it can be painting, whatever medium you use. It could be anything like that. It's just an expression. It's a form of expression of feeling. That's what I feel like art is. And how does creativity and art relate? I would say that you can't have art without creativity. And in order to be creative, you have to use some kind of art. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you can make art and not be creative, but can you be creative and not make art? I don't know. That's my take on it. JodyJoe.
All right, first question to you: what is creativity?
I would say taking the resources that are around you and making the best of it, whatever that may be.
How do you express your creativity?
Through putting myself into it, I take the lessons that I've learned from life and try and put them into whatever I do. Sometimes there's no words. So you might not know that I'm putting my life into it, but I'm putting my life into it. I also I want to leave enough information out of the piece, be it music, be it visual, to where the person can take their own life and hopefully they can see some similarities, even if it isn't actually there.
To you, what is art?
What is art? I think art is, once again, taking what's around you and making something with it. So, like the first cave drawings, those were art. The first weapons, those were art. First arrows, those were art. But we also have things like the Eiffel Tower and the David. These are art, but these are taking things from Earth and creating these big things out of them. And so those were resources those people had. They chose to do something with it. They put their mind into it. So maybe, long answer made short, art is taking what is around you, putting your mind to it, and creating something new.
How does creativity relate to art?
I think creativity and art are inseparable. I think that without creativity, you wouldn't have art, because if art is taking things around you and making something by applying your mind to it, then if you are not creative, or you, so creativity comes from the word create. And so if you do not create, then there cannot be art. So they're inseparable.
Can you show us your expression of